Hello, everyone, and welcome to WWH's newest series review and after shows. What we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be discussing and breaking down what happened on Showdown, since today the only show that we're going to be breaking down is Demolition, the last episode of Demolition, might I add. Um, I decided to just merge the shows together because, like I said in the news report, that I would want to make Showdown a better product, like just concentrate on one show rather than two shows and half-assing it type deal. And seems like the general managers of Demolition have agreed as well, so that's where we're going with that. But this week we're only going to discuss Demolition, and then on Thursday we're going to be breaking down Super Showdown versus Demolition, and then on the pay-per-view we'll be breaking down the road to WrestleMania as well. So this is going to be this is a new series. I hope you guys like it. I would also like to have you guys interact as well, giving your thoughts and opinions. I guess you could say this is like a more advanced feedback as well. So let's just get right down to it. As you can probably hear in the back, everyone is still getting ready to go to Showdown. They were a lot of commotions. Everybody's basically partying, celebrating that everyone did a great job. A few are upset. I'm sure Caleb is upset because of what happened on Demolition as well. He's probably trying to just not think of it right now. So let's just get down to it. The opening segment was Lisa Marie Ashton and Evan Ashton coming out and basically stating that they're here to make, I guess, no pun intended, an impact on WWH and on Demolition. They're part of Vicious Impact, which is comprised of those two, Ace Michaels, Lacey Vicious, and I believe Chris Orton. So it's interesting to see this stable be formed, and it's even more interesting to see what is going to happen with these. Um, I know that a lot of things are happening with them, so let's just move on and we'll get down to it because they're everywhere on Demolition this week. So let's just keep it going. Match one, the first match of the night, it was a triple threat between Raven Star, Killer Frost, and Scotty Beast. All three of them, I believe, were making their debuts, but Scotty Beast was the one that stood out the most. He, a lot like of the other Demolition roster members, they are hungry. They want to make a name for themselves. They want to show what they can do. And this week, Scotty just showed it, and he's seems like a really cool guy from the contract negotiations that we did. He's happy to be here. He's just looking forward to get out there and show what he could do. And I think on Showdown, he's gonna really show what he's made of. After that, we had Lacey Vicious come out along with Lisa Marie and Evan Ashton doing a promo, just basically saying that they're just better than everyone else. Very strong words from Evan and also Lacey. I think these two are going to be a team. I mean, there's so many combinations of tag teams in that stable alone. It's just ridiculous. So we'll see what happens with them. I am interested to know what the other teams think of this stable, if they think they're a threat. So far, they seem to be talking a big, talking, as they say, it's all hype. But we'll see later on because Lacey Vicious did have a match, and I think she pretty much made a statement on her own that Vicious Impact is here to stay. Match two, it was AJ Styles versus Tiffany White. Tiffany White was making her debut, and she's pretty well liked backstage as well from the official standpoint and also some of the roster members. I mean, she already made friends with Bailey, and possibly those two could be teaming up, perhaps. Who knows for sure? We don't know. But she defeated AJ Styles by hitting the diamond shards on him. AJ Styles did his best, but he just couldn't come up with a win. That's just plain and simple. Tiffany White, she's gonna do very well on Showdown. AJ Styles, hopefully he gets himself together, but if not, then he might get released because, as they say, if you're not good, then we got to get rid of the people that aren't good. And that's how, that's just how business works. Match three. It's Dead Skull versus Damian Cage. Damian, I believe, is 1-1 now. He defeated, I think it was Red Dragon, I think, the week before. So I believe he's 1-1, but Dead Skull was making his debut. Uh, and these two really went at it. Very strong. Dead Skull is the leader of the Soulless Kingdom, and he wanted to show that he was a strong leader, and thus proved it tonight by hitting the KO punch to Cage and then locking in the BMR, and Cage was just tapping out. Just a really great match, a great debut for Dead Skull. So it's very interesting to see the leader getting a win and making names and showing that the Soulless Kingdom they're not going anywhere, and they're already hinting with Jacob Cass, he's going to the international title, and then overall they're possibly eyeing the World Tag titles as well. So very, very interesting. What's the right word? Opportunities for everybody. After that, we had Chris Orton come out, another member of Vicious Impact. He's basically out there stating that he's going to prove everyone wrong, and tonight in his match against Blackout, he's going to go all out. He's not going to give up until Blackout is down and out and showing that he's a threat. After that, it was Lacey Vicious versus Latoya Hicks. Both of these two very competitive. Lacey was representing Vicious Impact. Latoya Hicks was representing, herself and Alicia. And, she did her best, but in the end, just Lacey got the victory. She hits the Vicious Circle, and that was the end of that. It just makes you think, is that going to lose her momentum going to Road to WrestleMania for the Bombshells title or not? We don't know for sure. Match 5 was Jesse Jones's last match, and it was against Bayley, and most of the time Jesse Jones was in control. But when Jesse Jones was going for a move off the top rope, Bayley quickly got up and hugged her very tightly, and Jesse tried to fight out of it, but nothing happened. And in the end, she lost to the happiness and positivity and the love from Bayley, and Bayley hits the Bayley to belly suplex and getting the win. After that, Lacey Vicious comes out once again, along with Ace Michaels. Well, I wouldn't really say they came out to the ring. They were spotted backstage, basically. That's where the cameras turned to. And apparently a lot of people don't know this, but Ace Michaels and Lacey Vicious are dating. And this segment pretty much just opened the eyes to everyone that, yeah, they're getting married. He basically proposed to her, and that's the end of that. So congrats to them. Will it make them stronger within Vicious Impact or them as a couple? We don't know. Match 6, Morgan McGinn versus Alicia Hicks. You can say this was a preview of what could happen at Road to WrestleMania, since Morgan is facing against Alicia Hicks's sister Latoya, as well as Bayley and Lacey Vicious. Morgan and Alicia fought really, really well. Morgan hit her moves. Alicia did her moves. It was back and forth. But in the end, Morgan hits the fall to darkness, and Morgan gets the win. Thus showing that she's the top champion of the Bombshells. And if anybody has a problem with that, come face her, see what she has. However, she is facing against 3 other people, and she there's the odds are against her on that. It's a fatal four-way in a ladder match, no less. So we will see what happens for that. Match 7, it was a very strong match between Chris Orton and Blackout. Blackout has Caleb's number. He's facing him at WrestleMania 8 for the hardcore title. Chris Orton, he's representing Vicious Impact, showing that he's a threat. And earlier, like he said in his promo, that he's going to prove everyone wrong. And he proved that. He showed that he's a really good wrestler, and he gave Blackout a run for his money, but it just wasn't enough because Blackout just destroyed him at the end. Blackout hits a big boot to him and then sets him up for the mission statement and gets the win. After that, it was another segment between Brady and Stefan Raab. And this was interesting because Brady was basically telling Stefan that the training session that he did with Stefan was just bullcrap. It wasn't really good. And, stating that, finally he gets a shot at the hardcore title. Stefan had to tell him that. And then, Brady was just adding more fuel and just kind of said, hey, you're really nothing. And Stefan was trying to calm him down, but in the end, it just didn't work. And Brady just said, if I'm champion and, I decide to face you one of these days, if I'm still champion, we'll do it. And if Brady loses, he'll retire right then and there. That Stefan will be the hardcore champion. Now, I did give Stefan a wrestler's contract if he wants to wrestle, but for now he's saying no, but that temptation is there. You can kind of see it in Stefan's eyes. He's very tempted to get back in the ring, and especially for around WrestleMania, the biggest stage of them all. I don't care where you're from, who you are, everybody wants to be under the WrestleMania banner, whether it be on the card or make an appearance, something, because it gets your name out there, a lot of publicity, just a lot of things are happening. But with Brady, he does have a hardcore title match with Caleb, and if Brady does win, there's a very strong chance that it'll become a triple threat match between Brady, Blackout, and Caleb. So that's a big match in itself. Now the main event, it was another big match. It was between Caleb Foster and Annalise Vance in a street fight. These two been waiting patiently, and these two have shown that they do not like each other. They really don't like each other. And they've been asking for this match for a while, and now they finally got it. And they just showed how it's done. And there were times where Annalise almost got the victory. Then there were times where Caleb almost got the victory. But in the end, Caleb hits the kill shot onto the chair, and Annalise was down and out, and Caleb got the win. However, what happened after was Blackout and Phantom, the Order, came out and attacked Caleb while he was heading to the back. And he's still in his locker room right now, not happy. He's the hardcore champion, but at the same time, he's not happy from what he told some of the officials. That they just told me that he is pissed and he just wants to not think about it right now, and that's perfectly fine. As far as where his Demolition is going, it's merging with Showdown. For now, I'm just going to concentrate on Showdown itself, making the brand better. When the time's right, we'll probably be in the future. I might bring back Demolition, or I might bring back Inner Circle. One of the two. I don't know. But Demolition is very hungry. The roster is very hungry, so I'm very looking forward to seeing what the roster of Demolition has in store for Showdown roster. Will these mesh very well? Most likely, perhaps, but some of the roster members on Demolition will probably outshine some of the members of Showdown. We don't know for sure. It's competition has gotten better and bigger, and I'm looking forward to it. But that's it for me. I think that will be it for Demolition as well, because now I gotta go and make sure that everything's ready and good to go. I will see you guys on Showdown because that's where the next episode of our review is taking place. And then I will see you guys also at Road to WrestleMania because we'll be doing a review. It's like I said all in the beginning, this is a new series. We're going to be doing reviews, recaps, after shows, whatever you want to call it. And just have fun and make sure to buy tickets for Road to WrestleMania. I believe the cheap seats are only available. They're like $30. There's still a few left. Just buy it, have fun, buy a lot of merchandise, do whatever you can to show that you're a fan, you enjoy the product, have fun with it, because that's what WWH is. We do our best to make the best product out there. And like I said, I will see you guys on Showdown. And don't forget, it is a super showdown, and it's a showdown versus Demolition. So this is like the initiation for Demolition to come to Showdown. So make sure to tune in and enjoy. And I gotta go. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and add us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at WWHEFed.com, and also WWHEFed as well. And I will see you guys later.